All right, folks, how is it going? Good to see everyone here. Variety Void, thanks again for that sub. Circly, how's it going? How's it going? Chinchilla, good to see you here. Dread Pirate, Slazik, as always. Kettle One. Kettle One, speaking of Kettle One, because it is Saturday, we're going to start off with a shot. Not Kettle One in this case, but Elite. Usually I'm a Tito's guy. They were sold out. So I grabbed this. And we'll knock out a few of these tonight while we do this permadeath character. Cheers. Charlie's over here playing Among Us on the side. All right. It's pretty smooth. Not as good as Tito's, though. Alright, let's get back into Black Bro. So while I was in the starting student screen, I got jumped by like that pathing brown bear. It was interesting because bears in Kanos Hills are indifferent to me, but apparently bears in Blackborough are threatening. He's on Team Knoll. Tarbers, did you like it? Tarbers, it tells me that you are watching without audio. For some reason, I don't think that that is probably the case. Circly, the Ranger is still good. Still living the good life. But with Project Quorum right on the horizon here, October 1st, and you know we're gonna move there and really play on Project Quorum. So I wasn't sure that I wanted to continue investing a ton of time. Last stream, Charlie was just not available. I think she had to catch up on some much needed sleep. So I decided to make an SSF character on Mischief. And this is like it's a little bit wacky, a little bit fun because of the loot system. And it is much, much faster. So we can accomplish a good amount of content in the streams before Quorum pops off. Basically, I didn't want to spend another like 3 or 4 weeks on TAC P and get a character to like level 20 again and then have to immediately abandon that character for Project Quorum. So instead, we'll play on Mischief, we'll get a character to 50, and then we'll abandon the character for Project Quorum. Which, by the way, I've updated my some of my commands here. Boom, Discord. You can join our oh, hang on, wrong one. Guild. There we go. Exclamation mark guild, and you can join our Project Quorum guild that we're working on. Nothing crazy, but it should be fun. You played on Druzzle, but you were long gone before. Yeah. So what years did you play on Druzzle, Tarbers? Casuals sought after. It'll be a place for everybody. You know what I mean? No matter what your play style is. Must have something on my never list on that corpse. All right, we just hit 6. By the way, that was that nice ding sound. Hopefully you all heard, which means bum ba bum minor healing. Let's go. Less downtime. Yeah, so right now we have a EXP bonus going on TLP servers for like Labor Day or something, whatever this 4-day weekend is. I think it's Labor Day, right? So that'll be nice. Hopefully my skills can keep up. Nothing major from last time. I am rocking a few pieces of leather. Highlight is the Orcish Mace, which I got thanks to Mischief's randomized loot from the sewers. Warden Kite Shield. That's about it. 1 platinum piece to my name. What do I hit for with this thing? I'm hit for 13, but I have a 4-point bash too, so coming in hard. Do I ever play on Zek? Not nowadays. As far as I know, Zek is pretty much like a dead server. Razlon. By the way, Razlon, I missed your like high YouTube thing this stream. But yeah, I haven't played on Zek in a long time. I played on, I think, Valen Zek. It was one of the team PvP servers. I played on Ralos for a little bit too, but only like maybe a month, way back. And this was way back in the day, like 2000, 2001 era. I think Luckland was like the hot content at the time when I was messing around with PvP. It was a lot of fun, but you know, starting fresh on the servers at that point was tough because there's so many twinks. Keep accidentally bumping my number 4 key. I'm gonna have to change this heal to a different button. 7. Charlie is aggressively opening a white claw over there. Happy Saturday, Alavas. How's it going, dude? My one-hand blunt skill ups are getting there. 38. I think 40 is like, oh, actually, it probably just went up. It's probably like 50 right now. See, even Kettle 1 said it was aggressive, Charlie. Charlie, since you are on like full-time mod duty right now, could you make a poll for us? Can you do Wormslayer versus Sentai Longsword? More iconic. CENTI space longsword. Europa was the top guild. It's weird to think that like a European guild was the top guild. I assume Europa was a European guild. It's weird to think that they were a top guild on a non-European specific server. No shot on this pole. More iconic weapon, Sentai Longsword or the Worm Slayer? I don't know, man. Get on that pole, folks. So I've been playing Armored Core a little bit in my free time. I think I'm near the end of the game, but my mech, my Armored Core, is named Worm Slayer. You know, when I played back in the era, dude, like everybody had a Sentai. It was crazy. It was like the Twink weapon premier, the ultimate. Sentai Longsword in the primary, Sentai Short Sword in the offhand. That's a good one too. Worm Slayer with a clean 93%. It's a sweep. Only one Sentai lover out there. Don't be ashamed, Mr. Sentai Longsword voter. Frank. I really love that shield noise. It sounds like such a good like clunk. Show yourself. It was Charlie. Oh no. Two AC. Oh, it's better than the 0 AC I have on my hands. Let's take them, baby. What is this? Ruined leather wrist. Strictly worse than cloth because of the weight. Frank, when do I get out of combat regen? Right before stream, I tried to go in and kill the placeholders for the injured rat. The rat ran because it's real EQ. It immediately dove into the water. I couldn't catch it. It came back with like 2 giant rats. So then I had to run out of the sewers through the water. My swimming skills like dog shit. And something awesome happened. Dread Corpse was there. Luckily, like once you get out of the water by the Dread Corpse, you can like juke them through the hallways pretty well. Then I got stunned swimming up to Kanos, North Kanos, at the tube, and I just popped my lay on hands and survived. It's probably like an hour and a half ago. I don't think I get auto combat regen right now. Like the other day on stream, I was looking at it and I was only getting 2%. I wasn't in combat. Shouldn't have like a crazy timer, right? Because scrawny gnolls aren't raid mobs. Oh wow, Tarbers. They didn't want competition in Planet Time. The instanced raid zone. What guild were you in, Tarbers? Wow. Were you? I guess you were a monk, Tarbers. Null Olma. Maybe I just need to wait for this 30-second timer to elapse. I can't find a place to put my health bar that I like. There's a lot of symmetry going on except for this. I don't really like it being here. Maybe that's the best place for it though. Let's watch this. All right, I'm resting now. Okay, I have it. I'm dumb. I've got a small lineup of people ready for the podcast now. I think tomorrow I do Ravanta for Agnar. Next Sunday I do Miami Denmother from EQ Resource, maybe a different website, Negreth's spouse. And I also am going to be doing an interview on Project Quorum sometime in the next week or so. Then we roll into the big Cello episode. I'll have Mesozoic for Mangler. And after Mangler is what? Aerodune? Kubat? Frog Rompers is a good guild name. What is Lamala? Like, I don't understand the inspiration for a name like that. EQ Traders, there it is. It's like a trade skill website. Go rest up in the barrel room here. I wonder what that symbol is. I mean, I suppose it's supposed to be the sun, right? But like, why do they have a bunch of copies of that symbol here? Sounds like Allah Frank. It means the honored. In Drow? Are we talking about like Forgotten Realms Drow? I wonder why the spawn cycle up here is like this. Like Plague Rat, Bear, Shaman, Tranix Darkpaw. Tarbers, are you telling me that you don't have like a full encyclopedic recall of everything about every guild you've ever been in. How dare you? And like, why do they have Tranix spawn on the top floor where the newbies would grind? The highest level mob outside of Lord Elgnub in the zone. Just doesn't make sense. Hopefully tonight we can get like 12, maybe a little higher. It'd be cool if on the Monday, Wednesday stream we were able to start camping the Orc Taskmaster pretty reliably. Oh, not yellow anymore. Snorlax, what's up, dude? Good to see you. I suppose I don't really need the taunt button, right? Like, as an SSF character, there's just never an occasion where I will ever have to use it. Nice, how's it going? Are you enjoying it so far? Now's the perfect time to start with that big EXP bonus too. Oh hey, someone's in the zone. Level 17. What are you doing here, level 17? Like, this is terrible at your level. Nice. Just gotta get level 80. And then like 5,000 AA, and you're caught up. Amazing Paladin DPS here. I need to look up what level I get the undead nuke that is not ward undead. Nice, there you go. I mean, right now, 1 hour with a PL, an AEPL group will probably get you 80. That's crazy, Tarbers. Some guilds on live have, like, a Discord just for their recruits that is not the main Discord. Was it Triton that did that, Frank? It was some real boomer shit, like, strictly something you would do if you don't understand how Discord works. Just make a role, control what they can access. It's so weird to have them in a separate Discord. Triton and Reckless. The one person who knows how to do Discord things on those guilds was just like, I'll handle it. I mean, they were here like day one, 1999, pretty much. But there's a few of those guilds around. I wonder if there are any live guilds that were formed in 99 that still have the same guild leader active. What was the old top guild on Burtox? You have trespassed long enough on Sabertooth land. Ty Wolf. When they had a top guild, Frank. Like when they had a guild that actually like was actively, aggressively completing content in Era. Ruined animal pelt. Never again. They should have just made this the zone line to Jagged Pine, rather than like that weird little thing you click in the bottom of the zone. Me? I don't know, I don't really watch football. Yeah, dude, advanced loot actually is super amazing. I also hated it the first like year that I knew about it. It just seemed terrible, but once you learn it, it's just so much faster and everything is easier. It's kind of like Discord, right? Like once you get used to it, it's way better than like Vent or Mumble. Null Pelvis. Or TeamSpeak. Frank, did you hear that Koala is no longer part of the team? Did Gork tell you what game she's developing now? That guy had a lot of loot on him. Perfect null skin. I don't remember what it's for, but I think it's valuable. Was it like the monk quest? I don't know why you would root for her to get a job somewhere else. Strictly a negative outcome for EverQuest. It's like, yeah, good for her, sure. What's up, Fat Matt? Good to see you. Yeah, when I talked to her, I was like, I'm happy for you and I'm sad for EverQuest. Yeah, she's awesome. Well, on the plus side, maybe True North can take that spot now. It was his dream spot. Oh, wait. Too late. Got fired. Demarest, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Honestly, I don't even know who's left. Like, who's left from the old days there? Just Abzor hiding somewhere? It's all new people now. It's like Pip and Miko and Negreth. Negreth's been there, I guess, a long time, right? Miko is definitely passionate about the game. Like, he interacts with the game outside of work a lot, which seems like a really good thing. Demarest, I didn't do it, but I heard it went really well. They had like 90 people show up and things were pretty much solid. I'm just not really interested in like spending a lot of time testing on the server, right? Yeah, I think Clanderso's there, yep. But Clanderso's like new-ish, right? In the scope of EQ. 5-6 years. What's the wall, Frank? Niente. Dreamweaver was awesome. Definitely did not deserve Dreamweaver. I find that after like a month or two of playing on TAC P, I'm habitually just putting myself in first person and kind of enjoying it. I need to look at that, Fat Matt. I mean, like, you could see the swing a little bit, right? You can see the tip of the shield come over and the mace swing. What if I insisted on playing like this? Just a giant ass head taking up like 15% of the screen right in the center. It would help if I targeted him. I know, man. Well, not ogres, but I'm definitely with you on the trolls thing. It'd be cool if there was like classes that you had to discover, kind of like Jedi in the original Star Wars Galaxies. You guys remember when Star Wars Galaxies came out? Like the race to be the first Jedi? Everyone was trying to figure it out. Why? Why is there a guardsman pathing over here? My run speed feels like glacial. I wonder if I have, oh geez, I'm encumbered. Could go sell real quick. Whoa, 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 is that Tranix up there? I shouldn't look too close because he'll just harm touch me to death or whatever, but I gotta risk it all to see this. Ugh, just a gnoll. Well, the barbarians abandoned. Well, the problem is that paladins should be able to worship Tribunal. The barbarians abandoned the Mar twins because the Mar twins didn't help them out when they were ruled by a despot. And instead, they sided with the tyrant, and the barbarians were like living a real bad life until the Tribunal helped one of them out. Oh, Frank's talking about game design. Yeah, that was a bad move. Dude, they have dwarves. It's totally the same, man. Dwarf, ogre. What's 50 stat points? If you actually just like look at the starting stat totals of ogre versus everything else for melee, it's disgusting. It's like having an item off of Vulak, but it doesn't even take up a slot, and you start with it at level 1. Lock it. What's up? What's up? What's the reason to go Dark Elf over Erudite? Just hide? Hide and 5 agility? Ruined bear pelt. Rip. Ulnas have no value. Backbones are good though. Pelvises, 2 gold apiece, baby. No ulnas though. We get some good plat here. What do these chain gloves go for? Archbishop, you made a tune on Quorum to test it out before October. You know, Arch, that there's like an additional DLL you can download from the Discord, from the Quorum Discord, that lets you scroll your mouse. It lets you do this. I don't know about tap targeting. Yeah, there it is. By the way, we have a guild Discord for Project Quorum. Check it out. Boom. jump in there. You see what I'm talking about, Slazik? It's because the guys who made the decision later on forgot about the lore. They didn't read about it. They didn't know. No tab cycling. Project Quorum is an emulator server, Ograk. Starts in Classic, and every 9 months it opens up a new expansion up to Planes of Power. No, no agents have changed or anything like that, so it's completely uninstanced, no pick zones. Yes, Insane Outsider. I'm not sure if I did I say something stupid or something. I'm not sure. I just don't remember the context on that. You can tab but not cycle on PC. Lieutenant Daggerrock. How dare you disturb me? Oh, Dread Pirate. Did you say something? Oh, yeah, Guys. Just always remember Guys of the Deceiver is the good one. Right. Leather. Gorget? Maybe not. Shoulders are good. Belt? Yes. Gloves? Yes. Helmet. Wristband. And we're poor. I need to get boots still. Let's go see if we can make a little plat off of turning in these null fangs. Rip Ograk. How many AA do you still need? You guys are all too scared to come fight me in here. If anyone thinks they could beat a level 8 permadeath paladin in PvP, get here before I hit this ramp. Time's up. Kind of looks like a face on the wall here, right? Like this is the hair, that's the nose. See the mouth right here and the eye? Kind of looks like a spooky face. And there's another spooky face. This is like Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. Oh, someone's gonna come PK me while I look at the dumb faces on the wall. Can't stop, won't stop. Pretty good EXP. Not a single platinum piece though. Uh-oh. They're just copy pasting the texture. There's the face. There's the face. There's the face. There's the face. There's half the face. Lazy. McNeil Jacob. Let me confirm something really quick. Sell 1 silver, 8 copper. I think a black roast stout sells for more than that. Yes. Those little boards used to work. Used to be able to like type little messages on them for other people to see. Gnome Shadow Knight, what about it? Whoa, dude, I thought he was rolling up on me for a second. You kill that rat, dude. I believe in you. Let's see if Guard Quint is up. Ah, 40's not bad. Oh, my guy. Quint sent you. Interested. The Lion's Mane Tavern. In the back of the Lion's Mane Inn. Quint sent me. Thanks, dude. Bring this voucher to the Lion's Mane Tavern in beautiful South Kanos for 1 free drink. $3 copper. Not worth it. And 0.1% EXP. I really like Steam Factory. I think it's my favorite zone in the expansion. Humans have lost their connection to the spirit realm. Geralt. Taken Mall. Rip. 2 plat for some boots. My goodness, dude. Oh, that's that. That's a good question. Tarbers, they work on live. I think they would probably work. Anything where you just bypass the launcher for like models and textures. See if we can't scope out a quick cracked staff. Nothing. I mean, some classes or some races just are not apt to be sneaky or stealthy. But yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, they should have rogues of every race except for like troll and ogre, probably. Guard McCluskey. XR definitely needs a rogue. I mean, it's kind of surprising that barbarians can be rogues. Why them, but not the other large races? Well, sure, definitely should have. There should be null bards. I can see that, Wiggity. The two biggest class changes that really ought to happen: Barbarian Paladin, Ixar Rogue. Everything else, you know, is more of like a wish. But those two, there's like a good foundation everywhere. It's good game design. There's good lore reasons. Everything checks out. And it satisfies the last and most important rule, the rule of cool. Since Quorum will launch Classic with POK portals available, I think that is not the case anymore, Archbishop. I think they took that out. Originally he was planning that and then went with like a more classic direction, I think. No Nexus, no POK stones. Well, there we go. Vashir can be rogues. Perfect. I think I agree with you, Ty Wolf. I always thought it would be cool if they had, with Valius, they made Gnolls playable. That snow clan that's on the ice-clad ocean. Why is Baobab Miller all the way out there? What level are Putrid Skill? Oh, I forgot to buy spells. I'm an idiot. Ogre Monk would be busted. Can I kill Putrid Skeletons yet? Level 5, 2-7. Let's do this. Biff, thanks for the follow. Well. This Putrid Skeleton is rocking a shield. Dread Corpse. Technically, they shouldn't be social. I'm sure they are, but, you know. It'd be real cool if they weren't social. Dread Corpse is a little bit faster. I probably could have ran him to the guards. What I need to run into is that Pathing guard that's like real weak and gets killed. So he could tank this Dread Corpse for me. Yeah, stun immunity is crazy good. Honestly, if you think about it, like, why do ogres have like the best stats and the best racial? And then they just have like a normal EXP penalty. Trolls are not nearly as good, though in Classic, regen was probably thought to be like more OP than frontal stun immunity. Is that who it is? Twitch ad block? Is he the guard who like walks around and drops like little he drops cards? Speaking of Panth, where's that guy been? He was moving or something, right? When will he be back? Can I finesse Nash into killing only... There's like basically no chance, right? There you go, Nash. We're good. We don't need your help on the Putrid Skeleton. He's good. No, he's good. No, Nash. Bad Nash. That's a good point, Ty Wolf. I wish they had fleshed those out a little bit more. So Miragul's fortress was supposed to be a classic dungeon on Fadeware, you know, right outside the city of Akanon. There was supposed to be this huge, and I mean, like, probably the biggest dungeon in Classic if they had implemented it. This huge dungeon. 5 floors or something. Really big. The original EQ design document, that part of it has been published by someone, so you can go look at the drawings of the map and like what mobs were supposed to be there and stuff. It's really cool. It is better than Gina, yeah. It's 100% better than Gina to use Nag. LOL, Fat Matt. So you're all EQ log parser now, Ograf? Do you like it? Hey, is that the guard? No, it's FX Tinmar. Why is he over here? He just rolled up in the ruins and cleaned it out. Is he somehow stuck as Niklas Ressen's pet? He is. His name doesn't even show up over his head. Because I have pet names hidden. So strange. Nice, you got a soul fire in your pally. It's such a cool weapon. Is there anything on the old map / lore you've read that's never made it into game? I mean, the whole dungeon. I'd like to see the original dungeon like really done. I'd have to go back and look at it. Oh, you're talking about the old like world map? Shoot, man. I think it would have been cool if it was all in the game. Right from launch. Like a lot of stuff was added later, but it was added like by basically a totally different team. You never know how the original team would have imagined it, like the Loping Plains. Would have been cool. What else is there? There's supposed to be a connection between Lava Storm and Everfrost, basically. That would have been cool. Real Vexus, there's one person who has the EQ design document. He asked Daybreak Games for permission to share it because it's like 25 years old. And they never responded to him. So he refuses to share it with anyone. Which is pretty cool. I'm like not patient enough to camp putrid skeletons for the shield and knife here. Probably take like all night, accomplish nothing. The books, I think they're droppable. It doesn't even matter. Like, you could take the books and combine them into the Book of Scale, and that is tradable even on normal servers. Honestly, I don't want to run into Piston. She'll kill me, so. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of great shit in it. It would be awesome if that book was ever, like, opened up to the public. Unfortunately, it landed on a guy who's not willing to share. I think it was either like sold or given to him by Bill Trost or Valen. I don't know exactly. I don't think he was willing to say. I mean, what legal action could he run into? You know what I mean? He found something. Doesn't even like... Basically, like, if I found an item that said it was like the EverQuest design document, I don't know if that's legit. And certainly I have no responsibility to a private corporation to keep it private, right? Right, and then you take it down, but it's already been downloaded 10,000 times. You know what I mean? So, like, what are they going to do? Those things are always so weird to me. That's like Light deciding after he had pretty much gotten EQ Classic into a great working state from all accounts by the beta. He like asked EverQuest for permission to host EverQuest Classic, the emulator server, and they were like, nah. And he's like, okay, I'll just instead do a custom server with all custom content. Everyone who had been following the project for like years predictably hated that idea. Then he like decided to just bail on it. It makes you wonder what's happening in people's minds when they like what do they think is going to happen. You know what time it is, folks? We've been going for an hour. Shot number 2, baby. Let's go. Kermit, yeah, I am. If there's something you want to know and I know it, I'll definitely talk about it. Drinking vodka. Drinking Elite. It's not that good. Combine Empire. Okay, I could do that one. Give me a sec. I don't know if that means chip hack. Oh, I'm not getting resting recovery because of this disease counter on me. Stoli Elite, yeah. I prefer Tito's normally. It's like my drink of choice on those relatively rare occasions where I drink. Yeah, it was like $50 or something. But I just think Tito's is better. Like, Tito's is a much smoother flavor. All right, Combine Empire. Okay, so the Combine Empire was an empire which predated most of the civilizations that we see here today in classic EverQuest, but it came after the fall of the Relosian Empire and the exodus of the Shisar to Luckland. So that puts it somewhere in the timeline for you to kind of like have some context there. Now, the Combine Empire was all the good races. Everyone except for Dark Elves, Trolls, and Ogres for playable races were all in the Combine Empire. And at the time, it was led by Tsaf Kata, and he had a young general named Suru, who was a high-ranking part of the civilization as well. Things were really good with the Combine Empire. They were hyper-advanced. The original lore suggests that they created the spires that we use to travel around, like the wizard spires, though that was later retconned to be something else. I'm not a big fan of the retcon, so I'll just ignore it here, and we'll say that the Combine Empire created the wizard spires. Now, legend has it that they mysteriously vanished one day and no one knows where or why or what happened to them. And after they left, all the different races were kind of left to pick up the pieces by themselves, separated, not knowing how to use the magical items and portals that were left behind. Basically a big societal collapse. And the remnants of the Combine Empire were thought to be the Gypsies. Now, why do we think that the Gypsies are the remnants of the Combine Empire? Because they sell Combine weapons. And there's like some other reason, but basically like all the Gypsy vendors, usually you find a place where they sell Combine long swords and stuff like that, which is like a basic magical weapon. A little bit better than like a fine steel long sword. But what really happened to the Combine Empire? Well, Tsaf Kata wanted to expand the Combine Empire to include not just the races, the goodly races, but also the evil ones. Specifically, he was going to allow the Dark Elves to join the Combine Empire. This was divisive, and for Suru, it was a bridge too far, and he attempted to poison Tsaf Kata so that he could take control of the Combine Empire before the Dark Elves were allowed to join. The poison was largely successful. In order to keep Tsaf Kata alive, the doctors of the Combine Empire, the clerics and everything, put him in a magical stasis where basically time doesn't pass for him, and it stops the poison from spreading and actually killing him. And then a civil war erupted between the Combine loyalists and the Suru faction. Suru was willing to do anything to crush the loyalists, pursue them all around Norath, until finally they fled Norath by using the massive wizard spires that we see in the Dreadlands in Kunark to pierce the veil of Luckland and land on the moon. Now, they originally intended to land on the surface of the moon, but due to the magical properties of the Nexus, they were drawn to that central point in Luckland at the Nexus. And from there, they kind of split up a little bit. Part of them created the city that we know as Shadowhaven and decided to be like a more neutral force that stayed there and wasn't worried about the war anymore, leaving it behind. Then part of them established Catacastellum, right? Is that the zone? Which is now led by Elsia Kata, one of the descendants of Tsaf Kata. And then eventually, in his pursuit of total victory and, in some ways, vengeance, Suru followed the loyalists to the moon of Luckland, and he established the city Sanctus Suru, where he also sits in a sort of time bubble so that he can make sure that he is personally still there, still in control, and can see to the defeat of his hated enemies with his own hands. Now, Suru's time spent in this time stasis while he waits in the arcs has granted him magical abilities that exceed what we expect of normal mortals, which are, you know, what we see of his AEs and the requirement to have special Bane weapons to harm him. Really, I think it was like the magical armor he has that stops the normal weapons. But anyway, so that's Lord Inquisitor Suru. Now, I always thought that Safkata was just kept somewhere off screen, but if you stick with it long term, you can eventually see Safkata is in the expansion The Buried Sea. Kind of stupid. He's like sitting under the ocean with a big chunk of the Combine Empire that apparently hid in the ocean instead. And they have like 2 people at all times, you know, maintaining this magical barrier that keeps him in like that stasis so he doesn't die. But again, that's definitely like a later era of lore, so your mileage may vary, totally up to you whether or not you want to consider that legit. Anyway, Kermit, I hope you enjoyed the Combine Empire lore. Let me know if there's anything specific or different you want to know about the Combine Empire. Yeah, TDS is when he's like back alive, right, Frank? They have that terrible illusion that you can get. You know, Real Vexus, I plan to do lore episodes of the podcast once I finish a little bit more of the TLP history. Why is this Knoll killing me? The Sword of Truth. You know, funny enough, there is a page in the EQ Lucklin monster manual, and it's like, for information on the Sword of Truth, see the box, see figure like 3 TAC 5. You know, I was like so hyped to see the lore on the Sword of Truth, and I've looked through the book like 900 times. Due to a printing error, figure 3 TAC 5 doesn't exist. Or maybe it was some kind of cruel joke. A Burly Knoll. Gonna avoid that for right now. I think Burly Knoll is the rarest non-named knoll in the zone. I can try to pull it up really quick and just like double check that for you. Dun-dun-dun. Tabletop gaming. EverQuest RPG. Monsters of Lucklin. Maybe I can add this to OBS and you guys can look through it with me. Wait, this is not the... All right, let's add browser source. Book. Media source. Oh, geez. Get out of here, Burly Knoll. Burly Knoll, can't you see that we're trying to do some lore here? All right, let me wrap up this Burly Knoll really quick, and then we'll do some investigative journalism. I'm actually losing, I think. We'll zone it. Gornair can drop it too, Slazik. Am I encumbered again? Should feel really slow. All right, we can expand this a little bit. Boom. You able to see this okay, folks? Lord Inquisitor Suru. Sword of Truth right here. See sidebar. It doesn't exist for all expansions, no, unfortunately. But there's no sidebar. This is all we have. Just like the D&D stats of the Sword of Truth, but no information about it. So yeah, this is everything they have to say about him. Dark-eyed and dark of complexion, Suru broods in his sanctum, an unwilling prisoner of the magics that give him his great power and unnaturally extend his life. Considered an arch traitor by the loyalists of Kata and a savior by his own inquisitors, Suru remains obsessed by his own dreams of once again founding a new Combine empire in his own rigid and joyless image. Following the Imperial loyalists when they fled Norath, Suru led his people to Luclin, leaving behind the chaos that he had helped create. Yet it soon became apparent that the loyalists would not be easily destroyed. He ordered the construction of a mighty city on Luclin's light side and called it Sanctus Suru in his own honor. The Lord High Inquisitor was canny enough to know that the loyalists would not fall in his own natural lifetime, so he set his spellcasters to creating a magical citadel, the Ark Suru, in which he would be protected from the ravages of time. Suru has not left the Arks since it was raised, instead watching events unfold throughout Luclin via a number of scrying crystals, all the while plotting vengeance upon the loyalists. He has bid the spellcasters of the Pectoris Suru, aka Heart of Suru, Pectoris Suru, to find a way to let him leave the Arks and still avoid aging, but so far they have been unsuccessful, and Suru grows impatient. A side effect of the preservative magics used upon him has given Suru terrible spell-like abilities, again, only as long as he stays within his citadel prison. These powers, combined with his own might and that of his weapon and armor, make him a truly formidable opponent, capable of fending off veritable armies of lesser foes. And that's pretty much all we know about him. But we can look through. There's no sidebar. No special table. Nothing. Alright. enough of that. Sorry for ignoring chat for so long while I was reading that, by the way. Did it say it was two-handed? It might have. Kill this guy and then I'll be able to take out that burly knoll. Short Shanks says no. You would think, but in practice it doesn't work that way because he wasn't intended to be pulled out. Frank talked about that. Apparently he used to pull him out of the arcs. As viewers, do you guys prefer me to be like scrolled out in third person, or do you like the first person view better? All right, now we zone this guy really quick. Oh, if it wasn't you, then it was definitely Ansel. But either way, when you pull him out of the arcs, he still has his abilities. Let's do this. Wow. Main Gochu, thanks for the follow. Inaccurate, unplayable. Another thing that is kind of interesting is I was looking at some of Quarkin's screenshots the other day, and he was in Nagafin's lair, specifically in the lair of Nagafin part of it. And there's like that place where right now there's a huge like crystal gem ruby thing above Nagafin. And on his screen, that was just like a hole in the ceiling. I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder when they made it what it is today, what we see. Because in his screenshot from like 2000, it was definitely just like a big gaping hole in the ceiling. But the lore states that it's like the heart of Solasec or something. Like it's like some magical thing that Nagafin draws power from. Frank, what would you need on a TLP server for you to play on it seriously again? Like not just Chrono Farm style. Could there be anything, or are you like totally done with real TLP rating? It's kind of sad to think like this guy's trying to run away and we're just like following behind, clubbing him in the back with a mace. That really doesn't look like a sternum to me. This is rusty. It's like 8 pounds for 1 gold, probably not worth. I guess it's free to whatever, Diva. I haven't made a rule on it, but I'm pretty much gonna stick to Classic and maybe some Cunark. As much as I would love to mess around in Lucklin, I will choose not to. I think when we're looking at like what viewership generally likes, the preference is Classic when available. The juiciest raid strat that I kept out of public knowledge. I don't know, Kermit. I don't know if you know me very well, but I don't do a good job of keeping things out of public knowledge. I'm a pretty open kimono kind of guy. Yeah, but PC would be like super lame, right? If I wanted to level in Lucklin, I would want to level in like Mons Latalis. Something that we kept secret. Usually the MO is like you keep it a secret until the expansion launches, and then once you have used the strat, you blow it up so that it gets fixed, so that people in the future can't use the strat. I think that Knoll will social will be a pain. Really? Okay, patrolling Knolls. Yeah, we did that. Yeah, we did that in Mischief. Our Ballareth strat on the Buried Sea launch, we made our streamers like hide their cameras. Jesus, I can't even, like, why did he run? He had someone with him. Doesn't make any sense. When we did Ballareth, we had a strat that I think was not very well known to cheese the entire mechanic where he splits. And you have to balance them. Like, we didn't balance anything for Ballareth. And on launch night, we made sure that none of our streamers streamed that part of it. They all strategically went to take an AFK break. And then after that, we shared it with everyone. And it's not fixed or anything, but we didn't want anyone else to use it during the race. Yeah, we skipped a door in Secrets of Fadeware. So people got real spicy about that as they're dumb. And what was the expansion before TBS? The Serpent's Spine. Our big strategy for TSS was we purchased 48 Quorum packages so that an entire raid would have double faction. And we knew there was like some random quest chain skips you could do. Before that was POR. I don't think we had any big cheese for POR. Other than POR, we formed a big alliance to make sure that the bones were shared for access to Spherag, or not Spherag, you know what I mean, the Berserker bones for access to Razorthorn. We made sure that those were shared out. We had a big alliance to lock down all those targets, and we had a good idea of which targets we suspected would drop them. and our suspicions were correct. And then someone crying like a day later is the only reason that it got added to any other mobs, and therefore allowing a competing guild to get into Razorthorn. What else did we have? Before POR, we had DODH. I don't think there was any shenanigans. DODH, Haru. We super split Haru rather than doing Vul. I think we did like one Vul. And we found out that Right Master Varrock could drop Vul eyes, and he spawned when a pick was spawned. So we rushed him and then just mass farmed him in picks by zoning out, zoning back in to reset the picks to get all of our Vul eyes. I'm going to be like going through this list of cheese, and you're just going to see me get sniped through the window here. What was before DODH? The Dragons of Norath? Was that? I don't think we had anything crazy secret there. So Dragons of Norath, we had like 10 groups of 5 go farm to the very last step of a faction mission. And then we would have one person join each group, get task added, get the faction. So they get boosted right through all the faction immediately. It took them like 5 minutes. And then we used that clicky enchanter like faction improving thing on a guard in one of the pick zones to increase our faction so we could skip the basic faction levels. We had a raid of people like pre-kill all the open world shit and stand a person raid marked near the corpse so our person could run up and just loot it and get the credit immediately. Or they would kite mobs around if killing was the kill credit thing. And, you know, same thing. Everything to maximize how quickly you could get everything done. When we found out our competition was going on the other side, like they were going good, we sent a bunch of Shadow Knights to the good side faction grind in Dragons of Norath and killed like the horses or whatever. It was like there's only 6 of them and you need like 10. Something stupid, like there's a bottleneck, a natural bottleneck, and we tried to exacerbate it. So we did that for like 2 hours. Before DON, Omens. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I think Omens, there was some cheese you could do with MPG trials, but we didn't do it. Like ways to jump through the walls and stuff, and I didn't want to try to have to teach 50 people how to jump around the MPG trial walls. GOD. We did some crazy shenanigans for GOD. GOD launch. We made 3 raid splits. One for each Ikkens raid, except for 4. And because items were tradable, then we were able to like trade the items to one person, and he could combine them to get us to Ikkens faster. But then there was some kind of bug anyway, like either we did something out of sequence or the game really didn't like that we did that combo thing. And when we turned the items in, the quest NPC gave us experience, but then ate the item and didn't pop the zone for whatever the next zone was. I want to say it was Ikkens 4. So we had to petition a GM. And luckily I was able to get in touch with a person who could get a GM to come on at like 9 p.m. and refund our item so that we could turn it in again and continue with the raid. I think those are all the big exploits that we've done in a long time. Dragus, no, someone asked me juiciest raid strats or exploits that were kept out of public knowledge. Yeah, the GOD hail and turn-in sequence is like real sensitive. I'm sure there's other shenanigans we did. There's a lot of cheese you could do with task adding. like you task add someone, and then everyone drops and they complete it, and all kind of weird shit. Like we had 2 raids. We had one raid that was doing all of TSS and one raid that was just doing Frost Crypt. I was leading the Frost Crypt raid, but we also we did all the Valdeholm 1 through 3 quests for the complete clear raid. Like while they were doing Ashen Gate, we would get everything done, and right before I turned in the final item, I would task add a whole group of them to my task, turn it in, and they would all get credit, so that when they were done with Ashen Gate, they were also ready to begin raiding Frost Crypt side. They didn't have to do anything. Competition in here taking notes. Oh, it's good if I don't sit. Good thing you had a slow delay. On pop launch, we removed the doors to Saren's tower. That's not like an unknown thing, though. I know, right? Yeah, see, you can go into your EverQuest directory and you can change the old zones. They all have an object file, and all the objects in a zone are stored client side. Like the door that is over here in this hallway is stored locally on my computer, and like EverQuest reads the object file and populates the objects. So this door, even though it's like here and it's material and I can't go through it, if I take Blackburrow _object and I move it out of my EQ directory, and then I take loading screen _object and I change the name of it to Blackburrow _object, then I will be in Blackburrow, but I'll only have the objects that exist in the loading screen. There are no objects in the loading screen, so the door won't be here. This is a good way to skip virtually every single locked door from like Classic through Gates of Discord. The only one to my knowledge that it doesn't work on is the arcs. Like if the door doesn't actually open, then it doesn't do anything. Like the arcs is just a wall that you click that ports you. It's really good if you have a contested Vishan's Peak raid, because a lot of those doors are locked and you just run through and everyone's like, wait, what? Yeah, but modern zones are all server side, so you can't do that anymore. Past like Gates of Discord, I think that's the last one. For me? No, I get social aggro. Most of these are gray, so you're not seeing social aggro because they're too low to assist. But like I tried to pull a mob past this bridge right here, and a mob down on that bridge aggroed and assisted. They probably are shorter than... Actually, I don't know. When I was on P99 doing a Vox raid on Teal back in the day, it's crazy that that's back in the day now. I was able to walk into Lady Vox's room without aggroing Lady Vox, which is just unheard of. Like on TLP, if you open that door to Vox's room, you're pretty much going to aggro Lady Vox. The same thing for Nagafin. So some things on P99 seem like they have a smaller aggro radius than they do on TLP. In my experience, generally group content on TLP is significantly easier than P99, but raid content is significantly harder. Yeah, that's another way, Velcator. Right, yeah, there's a few ways. But all those ways are not as good as the object file way, in my opinion. You could also drag a corpse through, right? Or hit a mob with a pet and let it summon you through by making your pet leave. Yeah, patrolling, no, it'd be real cool if you didn't keep running this way, dude. These guys all gray. It's crazy that these are not aggroing on me. Cold Soul, thanks for the follow. Charlie's trying her absolute hardest not to aggressively open a White Claw right now. I mean, Tarbers, I don't want to argue with people, but yeah, I mean, I definitely disagree. Well, I think what he said was that a P99 guild would beat TLP guilds, which I also think is not the case. But I think it's really hard to compare. The player base is just kind of like built different, you know what I mean? I think a lot of TLPers wouldn't make it to 50 on P99. They don't have it in them. And the rules are stupid on P99. But if we made it like DPS race, I'm pretty confident TLP guilds would generally just smash. Yeah, but they like... You gotta understand, when you think about things like that, you have to consider that classic or like TLP guilds spend 2 months in an expansion. So like, there's not an incentive to do that. If they were in an expansion for a year, it would be different. Like, we've had TLP servers that are heavily contested and we leveled up a shit ton of mages or Shadow Knights or whatever the flavor was, you know what I mean? We had like wizard armies to win DPS races. In the end, you're taking two groups of people who are both willing to do anything to win. What's the limit? I couldn't even say. It would come down to not who was willing to do what further, but who could amass more people. And I think TLPers generally could amass more people. Like on Omen's launch on Mischief, Faceless had 39 static groups. 39. I would guess that no P99 top guild had ever fielded such a force. In fact, it might have been the largest single guild force like ever. I'm just taking that totally out of my ass, you know what I mean? But it's big. It's like really, really, really big. Pied, what up, dude? Good to see you, man. In some cases, they are actually the same people. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably like a 20% overlap. And it's also free for P99 guilds. Like, for us to level up other accounts, right? Like, that's a bill every month. $15.99, baby. Is that what 39 groups is? $234, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's big. For one guild to field that, like, that's not the whole guild. That was like our race team was 39 groups, you know? We had 239 funneling into like 6 groups. It was bonkers. So Pyder, you're going ogre shaman, is that what I saw? Right, on P99 it wouldn't even really give you any tangible advantage, right? Because it's not DPS race, it's just first to engage. You'd be better off having the fastest one person with 30 friends than like 600 man armies. But I think FTE is generally a pretty terrible way to do it for raid content. I get it for group content, right? Like if someone is engaged on a group mob, you shouldn't be able to roll up and just like jack it. But for raid content, I think it should be DPS race wins. Time to go sell and get our spells. We could definitely get courage now. But P99, they can't do DPS races, right? Because they don't have a raid tool. So kill credit is determined on a group by group basis. It'd just be like whichever 6 rogues, you know what I mean, were the highest DPS amongst the hundreds of people. I didn't discuss it here, but I know it was modified recently. It has been streamlined pretty significantly. Do you guys see that scrawny null spawn right there? Yeah, Quorum used to have a pretty convoluted rule set planned, but now it's just like, okay, your normal weekly mobs are rotated amongst guilds which qualify for rotations. Then every 7 to 10 days, there is a, I'm gonna kill this guy so we get the pH down. Every 7 to 10 days, there is a quake. Quakes have 3 different rule types they could spawn as, I believe. And I'll just pull it up and read it to you. DPS race is one of the Quake rules. So like for 24 hours, all raid mobs that are spawned by the Quake can be DPS raced to determine credit. First to engage is one of the other 2. You have 60 seconds from the time you engage to get the HP to 97%, so no kiting or anything. Or it's an extra rotation NPC. Only guilds in that rotation will have access to kill the extra NPC. I'm not clear on what extra rotation means. I think it just means like if you were up and your mob was going to spawn in 7 days, it's today. Congratulations. So yeah. I'm a big fan of that DPS race one. Which, by the way, if you're listening and you want to play on Quorum, boom, join our guild. October 1st. Right, like TLPers don't have rule enforcement basically on their servers. Geez, I run slow at 117 pounds. Why is my strength so low? What happened with this character? I think I just took the default stats when I made it. Ugh. Yeah, there's like no rule enforcement on TLP servers, which takes a lot of the integrity out of things. Like I like cheesy methods and like tech, like cool tech, creative gameplay, but I hate hacks. Sometimes on TLP, the hacks are so bad that you feel like in order to compete, you must also cheat, you know what I mean? Or you just have to accept that you're going to be like second place for a while. On the other hand, P99 is like too far in the opposite direction with like seemingly like random enforcement or establishment of new rules. We tech those. I always think of that when I say tech. My daughter had a Mario birthday party the other day, a couple weeks ago. And some of my friends from work came and brought their kids and stuff. And part of the Mario birthday was like we had the Nintendo Switch out for like the kids to play Mario games and things like that. There's also like a huge pool and a bounce house in the backyard, the whole 9 yards. So anyway, all the kids wanted to play outside. Great. After a while of no one playing the video games, me and my friends put Smash Bros in there, grabbed the GameCube controllers, and I still got it. We do, in fact, tech those. Solo. It's going to be solo for sure. If you can solo effectively with a class, soloing is better. The only thing is like duoing might be good to like establish, hold, and push camps a little harder. But like it is pretty much just like dividing the EXP straight up. You know what I mean? And Quest EXP on TAC P is absolute dog shit. I looked in the database and I talked to one of the guys, Elros, about it. When you turn in a Goblineer from High Keep on TAC P, you get 25 EXP, 2-5. For perspective, when you turn in a Bone Chip in Paladin, you get 125. And it's the same 25 EXP for like null scalps and whatever orc bullshit and high pass too. Like basically all the quest EXP on TAC P is pretty rough. Even the best ones are only okay. So unless that gets fixed by secrets, because he's using the same quest EXP at the moment. Oh, stay away from good old Tovax. I'm sure he would wreck me. No pet though. Yeah, I would not plan routes around quest EXP. You know, I wouldn't go like human because null fangs or like anything like that. I don't know, Frank. I feel like I'm like nostalgic for the era of the 5 gods. I liked when PPMD was good, and then when Leffen kind of took that 5th spot, and otherwise it was H-Box, Mewtwo King, Mango, and Armada. I feel like that was just like the golden era of Melee as a viewer. Yeah, Snuffer. So I'm gonna make the case to try to improve some of those. Basically, there's one quest that we know for sure is era accurate. What is with this zone line right now? Because it was like take it from a packet capture back in the day, and that was the Crushbone belt and Legionnaire shoulder pad quests. Those are both like boom guaranteed. And I was like, well, if we don't know what the other ones are supposed to be, what we should do is just like look at what level the mobs are that drop those quest items. Like look at the average Orc Centurion level, right? And see what level you expect players to generally be getting those. So like maybe the average Cent level is like 8, and you think, okay, by level 10 or 9, players are probably on average turning in their Crushbone belts. So you take this one, and we know Crushbone belts are 100% in era accurate already. You turn in a Crushbone belt at level 10, and you say, okay, turning in one belt gave me 10% EXP. So you take that, and you apply the formula with a little bit of fuzzing to all the big EXP quests from the era. You look at the Goblineers and High Keep, and you say, okay, what level does this drop from on average? What level do we expect the player to be when they are reliably killing these and able to turn them in? It should give 10%. 10% is just a made-up number. I understand if you turned in 10%, if you got 10% per turn in for where am I going? I need to go buy spells per Goblineer. It'd be too much. You know what I mean? But it gives you a way to ballpark what the quest should give, and it's anchored in something that is concrete. And you would do that for like Null Fangs, Goblineers, Null Scalps, the Null Scrolls from Pa, and I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing some. Yeah, yeah. I am very hip to the red wine shenanigan. Cure disease at 11. And light healing at 12. I'll put that in my bags. Courage, baby. Let's go. Spook the dead. True north. Oh, lol. Yelp. Big one right there. Lol. Another big one. Hammer of Wrath could be pretty good very soon. I'll probably come back before 14. Screw it. Boots. Why are they calling it Platinum Era? From the Golden Era. Gotcha. Makes sense, I guess. Who does Zane play as? Plays as Sheik, right? Sheik is always incredibly not fun to watch, in my opinion. I really like watching Spaceys, watching Marth, and watching Peach. Zane is Marth, right? Okay. Was I correct that Plup plays Sheik? I'm tempted to make the run. I probably should scribe some of the shit I just put on my bar here. I'm tempted to make the run to Crushbone right now. Is it crazy? Yeah, to be honest, M2K, I'm a huge M2K fan, but he was always overrated. Like, he was always consistently worse than the other gods, in my opinion. During the Golden Era, at least. It just seemed like he never hit the same height. He was part of the earlier era, and he just was able to stick around in the Golden Era. But he was like a consistent third or fourth placer. Never really a grand finals contender if everyone showed up. That's how I viewed it. With Peach, sure. But I'll always say that Armada, while he was good, he was like super consistent at a high level. I think Mango's peaks were higher, significantly higher, in fact, than Armada's. And I'm ready to throw down and have that debate here, okay? His lows were way lower. Mango's lows were sometimes like, hey, how's Mango doing in this tournament? Oh, he didn't make it out of pools. And you're like, oh, that's Mango, yeah. You didn't have to ask why. Or like, how's Mango doing? Like, oh, he didn't show up. Got too drunk in his hotel, like, okay, that's Mango. Yep, that sounds correct. Whereas Armada, you're like, he got 3rd place. What the fuck happened? I'm pretty confident that if Mango didn't just kind of like happen to find this thing that worked and made a lot of money, he would be living in a box right now. Like, Mango would be under a bridge somewhere. He missed his flight. Do they even have to DQ you at that point? You're like, yeah, I was just gonna fucking teleport. Thanks. I knew I wasn't gonna make it. There was that one tournament a long time ago where Mango showed up late, so they gave him a loss for his game, putting him in loser's bracket, round 1. And he ran through the entire tournament and never dropped a game. Won every game all the way to the end. And that was pretty dang hype. POK books, get out of here, ABQ. Not today. Nah, not really. No, I'm trying to make the jaunt. Is there anything I need to do to start the Shining Star of Light? I'm not gonna come back and do it, but I feel like if I'm running out there, I should do like the Hails or something. I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. So there used to be a tree that you could click in Western Karana. It was at the other side of the zone, and it would just drop you like right here. Just click it, and boom, you're right here. Suckered you. This feels real sketchy to do this run without any kind of run speed. It's cool to think that like I'm level 10 and I could 1v1 a lion right now. Like, how much more powerful is a level 10 EverQuest character than I am in real life? So Western Karana is a bit sketchy here, but it's not nearly as bad. It's just like a long run, right? Where do we go after this? We go to North Karana. North Karana is a little bit dangerous with the Griffins. And then after North Karana, we will go to East Karana, which is super dangerous. Into... I don't know if I want to do High Pass or Gorge. Gorge is super dangerous. Runny Eye is super dangerous. Then you're pretty much home free. Or I could go South Karana, Lake Wrath, and relatively safe shot from there. Why are there no gods at a major right now? It's kind of weird that Shine is a major. Or are there like super majors? I remember, what were the 3 big ones? Genesis, Evo, and there was one other one that we always watched. That bandit would be scary. The number one thing we don't want to run into are half-elf bandits. Male half-elf bandits are wizards. Oh, and the ghoul messenger. Oh, it was the last shine ever. So are we like watching Melee pretty much die on the vine right now? There was another one, right? Evo, Genesis, and what was the third one? There was like 3 super majors that we used to watch every single year. Apex. I think it was Apex. Maybe it was Summit. Big House is the one that is like literally like invitation only, played in the house, right? I feel like it was Apex. It was Apex or Summit. I'm sad that Armada retired though, because like I felt like the whole scene, you know, was less exciting with him gone. I was really happy to see that Amza won a major tournament, rocking his Yoshi, right? He did it with Yoshi. Yeah, that's really great. He deserves it. Who was the guy who was a Samus main? He never made it anywhere, right? Oh shit, we got the ambush up here. This is the most dangerous part. And we made it, I think. Yeah, I think hugs. Yeah, DM, we're gonna hit the Orc Taskmaster in Crushbone, and we're gonna do that until we're ready to go to Unrest. Well, we might make a pit stop for Rahotep. Rahotep is the next tier up, right? Taskmaster's 14, Rahotep is like 16. So yeah, we'll do Taskmaster and Rahotep. Rahotep being in North Row. And then after that, we're going to go to Unrest and we'll pretty much live there. Yeah, those guys. Really good commentary. Exciting, fun. They make it. Doesn't Wife do commentary too? Really? Why'd we lose Scar and Toph? Zrel, what up, dude? We're hanging in there, making the long run from Kanos to Crushbone right now. Level 10 Paladin, no big deal. Pardon me, I had to sneeze there. Yeah, board guy, but I don't think the Nolan Balmer is flagged as a rare, right? So we're thinking like of rare mobs we want to hit because of Mischief's random loot. They'll share loot with a bunch of other rare mobs. 60 Grit, thank you for the follow. How are you, Zrel? Hanging in there? Dang. Embalmer is under Hunter? Ooh, that's good then. The brewer, I mean, I could camp it. I don't know if the brewer is even a rare either. But it's really, really rare. Whereas like the Taskmaster and Mahotep are both super common spawns. You did the Embalmer? Isn't it a Necromancer? Isn't it like at the Undead Ruins in Lake Wrath, right? There's multiple Embalmer spawn points though. That's the strong point, right? I won't get my real Undead nuke for a long time. They nerfed Ward Undead to only do like 12 damage or some dumb shit because clerics get it at level 1. Expulse Undead? No way, I have to wait till 30. I do. I don't get a real Undead nuke until 30. Ward Undead does 12 damage. That is ridiculous. A lioness. She's getting very comfortable with that silver mist wolf. Hey, Lantern, what are we doing here? Pied, oh my god, Pied, you fucking madman, Pied. What are you doing, dude? That's crazy. Pied, thank you so much. That's literally nuts. Pied, you are about to double Medusa's gifted sub count. Insane, dude. Pied with the 50 gifted subs. Jeez, Pied, that's crazy. Thank you very much, man. %45% of chat just received a sub. Charlie, you get your own sub, okay? How dare you let your sub lapse? I feel like my life is at real risk right now. Pied has a badge that says 150 gift subs. I thought you, honestly, like I thought that on Twitch to get 150 gift subs you had to have a big pair of tits. Which I do not have. I think this is the way I want to go. JPD 65,800. Thanks for the follow. Pied, how has the EXP rate seemed on Quorum? Were you just messing on it during messing with it during the stress test, or did you mess with beta a little bit before that? We need to get everybody in the guild to straight up log in before launch and figure out their UI. Like, I don't need anyone logging in on day one being like, how do I fix my mouse look or my mouse scroll? You need to have that shit solved already. You did beta, okay. So Chinchilla and Pied, do you guys assess that it is slower than P99? $6 p.m. Dude, where in the world is this what 6 p.m. looks like? Stars out, the moon is like in the sky and shit. 6 p.m. What kind of game time? You have 150 hours played so far. But I think like every single class is nerfed, right, Chinchilla? The game time, by the way, is March 18th, the year 3204, so it is not wintertime. Wrecked, it is good to see you, my man. Oh, is that because of the bash nerf and the channeling basically screwing over battle clerics? Oh. So nighttime means undead Null Reavers are out. Chat, do you all have a preference between High Pass to Kith or Gorgia King Zorb to Runny Eye to Misty Thicket to Kith? Yeah, we're going to do a faceless there, Snuffer Bottle. Either way, we hit Kith, so don't worry. Go ahead and jump in that Discord if you want to play on Project Quorum and get with us. Pi just linked it there. No, Frank doesn't play MU. There absolutely is room for casual scum. Chinchilla, what level are you? Okay, well, actually, my question is this. How many hours of active grinding would you say you've had? Because, you know, like, when you're not really racing, a lot of those hours played are probably, like, dilly-dallying, figuring shit out. Wow. So you really have no idea where you would land if you had just done a straight up push on the character. 100 hours to get to level 20 twice. I don't know how I feel about it. There might come a point where it's too slow. Yeah, this is definitely slower than TAC P, and it gets rid of the 4-player group EXP bonus. I hope so. Like, I'm hoping after like my first 2 days of going real hard before I become a normal human again, that I'm like in the 30s somewhere. I see, Chinchilla. Yeah, it's really hard to say then. Time to roll a halfling druid for that nice easy 1 through 50. I need to go test what level I can solo the Evil Eye in Lower Guck. Yeah, but what if we're talking like well, let's use 20x 24. If we're looking at like 400 to 500 hours played, in order to get to level 50, I will take 5% off that with the halfling EXP bonus over the human rope graphic. You can charm in EXP groups, yeah. You could also charm solo though. Yeah, Snuffer, absolutely. Especially since there's going to be a lot of like, did it turn me around? There's going to be a lot of, oh geez. Evil Eye right there. A lot of rotation raids. I still can't get over the fact that Pied just dropped 50 gift subs in here, man. That's crazy, Pied. It's so nuts. Just name your character like ILIIILLIILLIILLI. So do we think this guy has a big aggro range? I need to like pull up the video of myself doing this on that first SSF Paladin. How the hell did I run through the gorge? Did I just go on top of the walls, I guess? Top of the walls are not feeling very safe right now, dudes. Can't see shit. Whoa, oh, okay. I thought she scowled at me for a second. Whew. I guess when that evil eye turns around, I'm just boned, right? Oh, geez. Yep. Okay, it's going down the path. Whew, man, feeling the tension here. This is the kind of shit you only do on hardcore characters when you're streaming it. When you're just playing a normal unstreamed hardcore character, you farm bards in West Corona. Back up the wall. Big fall. Minor. Ooh, even con. Gotta stay pinned in. If I like let go of the back key right now, I start falling right here. Dakota, Triple X, thanks for the follow. Yeah, this wants to push me down. We see a goblin, we gotta be getting close here. I'm so used to TAC P that I also like don't pull up my map anymore. Oh, okay, baby. Goblin Sentry is not KOS. Word. Oh, record keeper right there. Ooh. All right, folks, we made it. I wonder how many of you would have voted that I would die if we did a little prediction first. Oh, Big Hum Lion in the chat. What's up, dude? Oh, that's not good. Hey, you guys were cool with me on the outside. That's not good. Goblin. Picklaw goblins, indifferent. Clan Runny Eye, scowls. There's the problem right there. Picklaw goblins are like all the lower levels, but that top level is Clan Runny Eye. Shit. We have to zone in at a good time here when the runs aren't like pathing through, ideally. Okay, what's our route? Height filter. Hug left. Just hug left. Asshole runt. Can I kill it? It's probably not going to work either. Scavenger's gonna assist. Pie, thanks for the resub. Surprised your gift sub didn't just like land on yourself. At tier 3. Oh shit, baby. Pied, I need to add that Pied Shark emote back in this thing. Alright, we're going. Shh, there's a peon right there. Now we're going. Peon aggroed me anyway. There's a big pile of poop right there. Holy shit, that's a... Oh, come on. This is not good. Lay on hands down. I got distracted by the poop. Look at these new graphics. Oh my god. You know what? You guys are dead. You're going down. Yeah, I was worried about it, man. He was spamming Frostbolt. 9 to 14 damage. I'm losing. Geez, on Throne of Ice Lazic, I think you need like multiple millions of platinum to afford a single chrono. I didn't even cast courage on myself before I went through. I didn't need any extra courage for a lowly goblin cave. Like 9 million. You need to have so much platinum that it starts to like glitch with your inventory window. I should be able to strafe through those warriors. All right, here we go. Oh, come on, come. Path back. When there's no one in the zone, it doesn't like go on like a normal timeline. You're just gonna sit there for a couple minutes while the server processes. In EverQuest, if a tree falls in a forest and no one's around, it does not, in fact, make any sound. You checking for Nagafin right now, Slaz? Aren't Agents of Change on live servers now, so you could actually just pop an AOC for Vox and Nagafin and get the books? Lord Nagafin is trying to coordinate the reunion of himself and Lady Vox. Also in EQ2 and in the EQRPG series, it's revealed that Lady Vox actually has already laid an egg from the brief time she was with Nagafin, and the egg is not hatching. It's theorized that because it's the union of fire and ice, the egg actually needs to be somewhere quite hot to hatch. Neophyte, stop it. Need to get some mana loss here. 4.8, and let's go. I was probably too far when I started that. Yep. We're good though. Yeah, Lord Nagafin and Lady Vox, if you didn't know, were imprisoned in their lairs. They can't leave. They were sealed there by the Ring of Scale because they were trying to mate. Vishan has 2 rules for the dragons. A dragon can't kill another dragon, and dragons of opposing colors, opposing natures, cannot mate. If they do mate, it creates an abomination, a prismatic dragon, which is what we see with the sleeper. So Nagafin and Vox, contrary to a common misconception, are not the parents of Carafirm, but they are trying to make a Carafirm 2.0. And if you're in Soul B or Permafrost when the sleeper gets awoken and Nagafin or Vox are awake, they'll actually talk about it. They start shouting across the zone that their time in prison is coming to an end because they think Carafirm is going to come free them so they can join Carafirm and the rest of his allies. Carafirm's dad is Dozakar the Cursed. We don't know who his mom is. And it is why Dozakar is in fact cursed. He's like cursed to sit in the halls of testing and be resurrected over and over again after he's killed. He's Sisyphus. Sort of like a Sisyphus, Prometheus kind of thing. He's cursed to push the rock up the hill forever. Every time it gets to the top, it falls back down. He sits in the halls of testing. Mortals kill him to gain favor with the dragons. They resurrect him, repeat ad nauseum. That's Dozakar's curse. Time 1 a.m. That's a great time to go into Kithicor Forest. How's he doing? I don't know. Let's go check. See how he's doing. I still have Kith, indeed. Can we do a prediction really quick and see if chat thinks I will survive Kithicor Forest at night? Duck. Well, hello, Mayor Gubbin. Greetings, Zaide Hardcore. Welcome to Rivervale. I hope you plan to stay on and assist us in any way you can. We all have talents to aid in the prosperity of the Hollow. Alright, prediction is live. Will I live or die in Kithicor Forest at night as I travel through to the Common Lands? Get your votes in, folks. My goodness, it's a very lopsided prediction so far. Oh, everyone's saying I'll live. Okay. Alright, it's 50-50 now. He only eats Jum Jum. All right, what was the result of that prediction? Later's Rel, catch you later, bro. All in on death. Always watching. All right. Oh, it was a clean 50-50, 31.1 thousand channel points on each side. Tarbers. I mean, if I'm following the path, I'm gonna bet on die. You can't follow the path. I am one with the wall. If I was going to die, it would probably be as soon as I walk out of this tunnel, or it would be to a wolf. One of those, like, black level 30 wolves. Decaying Commander, level 36. Decaying Footman, level 34. I'm pretty sure their Harm Touch would just kill me, yeah. If I RP walk, I might get daylight before I get to a mob that kills me. Too dark. There's a part where a wolf comes up pretty high on the wall and can kill you. Oh, that's not cool. Who put this tree here? I've been doing this a long time. Don't remember this tree. Is there anything I could do about my gamma? Gamma, 100%. Great. Use advanced lighting. It's not doing anything. I mean, I guess there's only one way forward, right? Ooh. Another tree? Tree's always been there. By the way, Tonnel, good to see you, bro. I heard you're coming back to Mischief and potentially as a cleric. Can you confirm or deny these reports? Yes, Lazik, but you can log in characters, join your group, then camp them, and then they count as in the group for the AOC for the 3-character minimum. You know what I'm saying? How far are we down this wall? We're only halfway there. Turn my key light down here so I could see better. I love when my target just warps away. Nice. I'm super glad you're back. Do you know how long you'll be sticking around? Like, are you going to be here for a long time, or are you just, you know, back for like a couple months? Or are you just taking it day by day? I think you would be extremely valuable going hard on SOD launch. I think I saw you filled out the sheet already. I saw your response saying you were able to go dawn till dusk, baby. Oh, that's good. Work that white faction up. Okay, so I think the wolf is like either past us already or it's like right up here. Skeleton trooper. Double EXP. Run across 3 continents. Don't stay in Blackborough and get easy blue con EXP. Come on, just take one step up, dude. Whoa. You see that? That's awesome, man. SOD? Me? No. I'm in the middle of this work thing right now until like the end of September. I won't really have a lot of time. I can go hard on Underfoot launch, but SOD, you guys are gonna have to run it without me. Thank you, Enraged Dreadwolf, for fucking out of here. I really don't like how it's pushing me real low on this wall here. Yeah, we're like, as long as the mob doesn't harm touch, we're in like strafe run range here, baby. Jeez, just make me go knock on the door of this cabin here. Why don't you? Oh, jeez. Why the... Is that some kind of sick joke? Lol works up to level 30, baby. Let's try it. He doesn't con as a rare mob. Well, don't mind me, sir, Shroudlock. I'll just be walking by here. No big deal. See you later, dude. Boom. Kodiak at the zone line kills me before I finish zoning. Time to cash those in, baby. If you voted die, sorry. Never bet against me. Dude, wall hugging since 1999, baby, for real. Every zone line used to hit that square and just like doo, 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 doo. Dude, Tonnel, if you're going to come back in Mana Cleric, I will pay for your sub. Look, I've got 4 months right here. Just watch where I'm going here. A lot of people just lost a lot of channel points. Get those points, Dread Pirate. Oh no, wrecked. All in on dead. It is going to have pre-evil Kithicor ABQ. They're going to do a GM event where they have bloody Kithicor happen. What? Wait, what? Skeleton? Get out of here, dog. You can't fight me. Not today, son. The Kodiaks really scared me, though. It's kind of worse as a hardcore character that they combined the common lands, because it's like one less safety zone line I have available to me, you know? Oh, that'd be cool. Ooh, a Nightfall Giant. Yeah, speak of the devil there. I think it actually would be safer for me to hit the sands. And just deal with like the ghouls and shit out there. Zomboys. At least I could pop into the Fallen. Legit though, I just re-downloaded all my files to reset up Quorum. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you not want to have classic UI, Hyde, or do you want to have classic UI? I was just kidding about wanting to deal with ghouls. Ghoul. Yeah, if you want new UI, you go to your EQ client INI in the TAC-P or whatever folder and change it to true on new UI. Is there a way to get Duxa on there? I'm not sure how I would get Duxa on there, other than maybe if there's a UI folder, you could just drop it in there. I know, Snuffer. I was like, all I need is one hit here, and I'm rooted and toast. Proctoron. Thanks for the follow. Well, I mean, I may as well slice him on dead while I'm here, right? You've become better at dodge. 3. Dude, I have not landed a single hit. There we go. Oh, Duxa's built in? Oh, baby. Duxa UI is honestly such a fantastic old school UI. Maybe I should just keep my key light at this level. What do you guys think? Is this too dim? It is a lot nicer on my eyes. Cool, 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 good. What the f... Dude. Reprocced. He re-landed the root proc. Stop it. Again. Tom Cruise, I need you right now, dude. He is just chain procking root. There's no way out. Shit. It's gone. Better fill that bottle back up, ABQ. Whew. Shot time. Well, that's right up to the tip. Hang on, let me put the cap back on this. Hell yeah, Pie, let's go. I don't actually know how the root faded. There was no nuke or proc or anything. Ooh. I mean, it must be Fell Seeker. I thought it was going to sit for the whole 30 seconds unless I had some kind of direct damage that wasn't melee to break it. Impulse, thanks for the sub, dude. The big 7 months. Ooh, my goodness. All gas, no brakes tonight. Unless we're talking about EXP, in which case I've made no progress. They have a chance to break every tick. That's what's up, dude. I landed a lot of heals. If I was on TAC P, I would have gotten 0 heals off. Look at how many heals I landed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I landed 8 heals before I zoned out with 3 mobs attacking me. TAC P is like, you got hit for 1 damage? Fuck your spell. You ain't cast shit. It's true, I did gain 4 levels. It's not bad. Pied, what are you drinking, bro? Are you a whiskey guy? Frank the Bank, I was here for Ghoul Root 2.0. Not today. Tequila, okay. I can't take shots of tequila. The first time anyone ever gave me tequila, they poured like an amount I can only describe as like 2 gulps into a red Solo cup and offered it to me. And I took it and just hit it. And I was like, people don't really like just pour pure liquor of that quantity into red Solo cups, you know what I mean? So I wasn't thinking there was anything that was gonna pop off. And it was pretty gross. And I was like, whoop. Now when I smell tequila, I just like, nope, takes me right back to that moment. I'm sure taking a shot of it wouldn't have been bad, but you know that feeling when you're expecting one thing and you get another thing? Speaking of that, this one time when I was in Japan, I went to a restaurant. It was like a breakfast buffet restaurant, and I was eating pancakes and all this other shit there. And I saw this bottle. They have all these bottles of like different condiments and stuff, and one had like a leaf on it. And I was like, oh, okay, that's like syrup. So I grab it and I squirt the syrup all over my pancakes, and it looks pretty much like syrup, but it's like a relatively low light setting in here. It wasn't syrup, dude. It was I think it was supposed to be like a salad leaf, or something, because when I bit into my pancake, I'm pretty confident it was just vinegar. Is that what it was, Charlie? Yeah, it was salad dressing. Yeah, so yeah, it was balsamic vinegar. Yep. And I would just like bit into it, like expecting the nice, smooth, sweet flavor of syrup. 0 out of 10 would not do again. Was pretty rough. And I, as I was about to take the bite, I was like, man, it really smells bad in here all of a sudden. Someone in EQ is really obsessed with poop piles. This one's even steaming. But like every zone where you could fit a poop pile, they toss one in somewhere. It's like an Easter egg. Dude, that should be a trivia question. Name every zone with a poop pile in it. In Classic. Yeah, Kung Fuzz. I don't know, dude. It's awful. Really, really awful. It's like San Francisco. Yeah, Axial, my thoughts exactly. That's true, Circly. I have never in 25 years seen a bathroom. Why is the ground like 10 different colors? It's not even like sand. This tree, nice, lush, and green. This little plant, dying. Why? I love the old Freeport. I like this kind of thing. I like flags and stuff that move in the wind. Translocator Sedekin. Hello, sir. I will travel to the Ocean of Tears. Thank you. Port Authority. I could do the Deepwater Harpoon quest while we're in Ocean of Tears, but I feel like you can only risk your life so many times, and like Deepwater Harpoon is definitely one of those ones. One time while I was doing I'm not gonna use the boat, no. One time while I was doing the Deepwater Harpoon quest on a permadeath character, I got aggro on some of the skeletons or gargoyles, and I mean, it's just like an island out in the middle of the Ocean of Tears, right? So I'm like on there and I'm just like, shit, what do I do now? And not knowing really what I should do, I just started kiting. I started strafe kiting around the perimeter of the island, and I had a shit ton of mobs on me. And I just did it for like 45 minutes or something, and then all of a sudden, all the mobs lost aggro, and I was able to origin out. And like apparently there's like some kind of internal timer where if you kite a mob for too long, it just like says, nah. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Could be Tarbers, could be. I was like running around that kite trying to think of something. I was like, what could I possibly do to get out of this situation? I was hoping like if I strafed hard enough, I could maybe get like a full halfway around the island away from them, and then I would be able to hit origin and resolve the origin before they caught me. And I kept trying it, and I would come close, but I would always, they would get too close, and I would cancel it. And I was like thinking to myself, eventually I just have to pull the trigger and shoot all the way on this and hope I resolve it. But luckily I didn't have to stoop to that level. No, I don't. I just delete. I just leave it on the corpse. I pretend we're just like basically in classic, except now I'm pulling up my map every 10 seconds. I don't do the Luckland newbie quests. I don't do POK or Nexus. No Defiant. No Soulbinders. I'll use Origin. That's the only concession. But when your Origin's in Kanos, why would you ever use it? You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll use the Luckland spells too. Cease and Desist and Instrument of Knife specifically. Whoa, 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 whoa. I guess I have player names. An enraged dwarf skeleton. He's indifferent to me. He must not be that angry. Who built this? You know what I mean? Who was like, you know what would look good here? A giant tower of skulls. Kelethin is actually an amazing city. 10 out of 10. I love Kanos too. You could tell they put a lot of love into Kanos, like the random NPC conversations and shit. Wandering Greenblood. Dagnor's Cauldron. Dang it. I always run to Dagnor's instead of G-Fey. You know, Frank, there's more to a city than utility, okay? There's flavor, there's joy and love. A goblin regards me indifferently? Alright, baby. What's up, dude? You guys must be Picklaw. Just chilling, man. Easy. Your favorite flavor is utility. It's crazy. I've had 3 shots. I don't feel like I've drank anything on stream. Dude, the Akadon Zoo is so cool. In fact, Akadon as a zone is also like a masterpiece. It's a little bit too spread out, you know what I mean? In my opinion, but God, I literally just looked at the map and ran here anyway. I think it's a little too spread out. But the zoo is so cool, and like there's just the whole vibe of gnomes and EverQuest. Really, really well done. The steampunk kind of thing. I'm ready for one of these goblins to just randomly be KOS and social. I know, Kong Fuzz. I wish they had the original King of Aknon model in, where he's half gnome, half machine. Zilkaril, am I gonna play Quorum launch hardcore or level at a reasonable rate? I'm gonna go as hard as I possibly can for about 2 days, and then I will level in the evenings once my daughter is asleep from then on. You know what I mean? And I've got to go on like a big trip in October, which will take some time. So yeah, I'm gonna push, but I'm basically gonna push to try to get ahead of the curve and then do what I can from there. It doesn't go to the bottom of your screen, Pied. Is it stopping like right where your taskbar would be? Seems like reason for a 4th shot. Not today, Satan. No. Are you playing in windowed or full screen? Probably windowed, right? It won't get to the taskbar area. Do you have multiple monitors with different resolutions? You're on full screen. Okay. Pied, try hitting shift and enter at the same time. Like hold shift and press enter. See if that does anything. Yeah, every time you change the resolution, the game crashes, right? And then it's usually cool. Secrets would be a really good person to ask too, or just like asking in the Discord, because there's a bunch of nerds in the Discord who like have troubleshooted every problem. You know, actually, who would be really good? Pied in our guild Discord, Elraz. If you ask Elraz, he is like a master of all things TACP and EQ Mac client. He's usually the first person I ask about shit. Elraz is super good, and he like knows the database really well, so I'll be like, man, what are the odds of this item dropping? And he'll be like, has a 5% drop rate. Mob spawns 20% of the time. I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, Chinchilla, DPI scaling issue. Yeah, Pied is the worst part. So Chinchilla says if you search the Quorum Discord for DPI scaling, you'll find the fix. They need like a document that is just a repository of common Quorum issues and their fixes. Tarbers, I don't know, 20,000 equals 1 DKP. Gotta poop sock the channel, baby. All right, the last death-defying event of the stream. Will I get killed trying to zone into Crushbone? I think as a level 11 or 10, I should be mostly solid, but it could get a little spicy up here. There are a bunch of guys up here behind the... You know what? You're so smart. I should just use lull, right? Like, I have the ability. Boom. Thanks, ABQ. Pied, if you're messing around, if you look in the chat here, Chinchilla just dropped the way to fix your issue. Right click eqgame.exe, go to properties, compatibility tab, change your DPI settings, check the box override high DPI scaling behavior, and select application in the dropdown. And then boom. Shiny brass shield, first kill of the night, let's go. "32 minutes before I can get LOH again." Trainer, Yellow Con. I probably can't even kill this dude. Should buff myself up first. Come on. Oh, come on, this guy. I wonder if I can lull that scent as he's coming down, and then when I zoom back in, he won't assist. Centurion, get that lull off. 3, 2, 1 in. He's lulled. Jump back in. It does. It's like 30 or 20 seconds. See how much time I have. Oh, I have 90 seconds actually, so it should be easy. Hey. No. Oh, Centurion, don't be an idiot. Lull just lowers the social radius, right? Doesn't make it 0, so. With LOH, this yellow con would be an easy win. I might be able to like stop and heal through the deeps enough. Orc trainer, come on. Oh, Jesus. Not entirely unexpected, I suppose. Perfect. Now just zone in quick, and he should be really close. Yeah, that's what I'm probably thinking of. Stun would be perfect here because I'd have like a ranged pooling tool that doesn't make them run in a random direction. Where the... There we go. This is good. Blind is reducing his attack. Yeah, we just hope he doesn't run at like 50%. He's hitting for 19 sometimes. It's pretty nasty, but a lot of times he's hitting way lower than that. Pretty comfortable. He's bashing me instead of slamming me. That's good, right? Or does it mean nothing? Alright, he's at 40. I'm going to take a second to heal myself up a little bit. Great. Stun me, thanks, dude. Hey Rev, we're not doing Tech P. Well, I'm not doing Tech P right now just because I'm gonna be doing Project Quorum in like less than a month now. And attack P is pretty slow, so I didn't want to invest a ton of time into attack P character, knowing that I was gonna drop it very soon. You know what I mean? Yeah, when he runs, we basically just hope that we can kill him before he gets a lot of friends. Or he just doesn't run until it's too late. Easy, baby. No chance. That's true, Kung Fuzz. I should just use the bad pathing. Zilkaril, I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about, like, womp womp, no shield. I'm thinking about doing a cleric or a necromancer. Oh no, boys. Forgot to turn in my 5 null fangs before I ran out here. Rip. An Orc Legionnaire. Emperor Crush. I should just go back and go down this path here. Alright, we're gonna lull the Lego. And we're gonna lull the scent. I think TM is like 14, so I probably won't be able to kill it right now. Slaver. Scent. Slaver. Let's rest. Oh, man, Rev, you should probably delete that message there, buddy. Pied, I swear I'll drop more subs if Chinchilla gets me through this. Dread Pirate. Rev, I'm gonna delete that for you, okay, bud? Delete message. There you go. I deleted it. Just because I assume it was like a password. Whoa, 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 whoa. Lego, stay over there, man. You are not needed here. Slaver, come. Orcs always come at you from like a strong right angle approach. Send their book of tactics. Oh, okay, we can't delete your own messages. Whoops. Yellow Con Orc Trainer. Destroyed. Even Con Orc Slaver. Quite the opposite experience. Cliff Nerd, thanks for the follow. I'm glad you liked it, Enzo. I really enjoyed doing that. It was one of my favorites, probably like top 3 episodes for me. Maybe number 2. Wow, that's amazing, guys. Let me try. Wait a second. You guys, it didn't work. Don't run. Pied, oh my god. Pied, you have given out 75 gifted subs today. I'm really nervous about this Orc Legionnaire. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, and then run. The pathing here is really bad. They shouldn't be able to get me. Lol. Lol. Pied, thank you so much, dude. What was even the point of doing the lull? My gosh, dude. Pied, I'm guessing Chinchilla successfully resolved your issue there. And you now can use the full screen. So what was the final problem? It was just the screen resolution didn't match the display resolution in game or in your INI file, but you were using full screen. Is that what it was? Pied, you madman. Thank you so much. Nice, there you go. Yeah, I think every single time on that client that you change your resolution, it DCs you. It's stupid, but then when you log in, it's good. Whew. By the way, if you are recently subscribed, consider joining our Discord community there. You get like a special little rank for being subscribed. We do all of our coordination for SSF, hardcore, guild self-found, all the shenanigans we do. We do it on that Discord. Just come hang out. If we do any big plans for a future TLP server or even things like Project Quorum, it always starts in that Discord server. That's where it forms up. And then from there, we branch out once we feel like we have enough interest. So that's how you get on the ground floor. Yeah, so TLP really is so different, Enzo. You have to be so much faster on TLP because they only get 2 to 3 months in each expansion, whereas P99 is like 6 to 12. So it's got to be like twice as fast at a minimum. And then on top of that, it's a bit easier still. But if it was P99 style, but with TLP progression rates, it would be like unfair. You know what I mean? Even top end guilds would go in like mostly naked to new expansions. You'd only get to clear like assume the first week is blown, right? So you would only get 7 Nagafin kills before Kunark. EXP being faster, mobs spawning faster, so like loot being more common. Like on P99, Nagafin spawns every 7 days, but on TLP he spawns every like 24 to 36 hours, more or less. Back up. All right, now we know better. Lol. 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 Fizzled. Fizzled. Stop fizzling. There's open world. All things that should be open world exist as open world on TLP, but they also have a special instanced version of raid zones you can summon once a week. So like doing open world Vexthal is just like you remember from back in the day. Like, it's a big pain in the dick. You got to compete for every mob. People will DPS race you and stuff, so mostly one guild dominates it, whatever the top guild is, just like the natural pecking order of EQ kind of is. But then there's an agent of change where I could just go on my own schedule, you know, like 8 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Pacific time with my guild on a Wednesday night, and we summon this version of Vexthal. It stays open for 6 hours, and we can clear the whole zone. And then we have a lockout, aka we can't repeat it for 1 week. So yeah, it's really good, and it's really great if you have like a career, a family, all those sorts of things that, you know, make it so that you can maybe go hard for a couple days, but you can't know life it every day like you did when you were in college. And so I mean, I definitely can't lie to you, it's very common. But as to like the degree that it impacts you, I would say is pretty dang low. Unless you're racing. So if you're racing for like server first, you have to deal with cheaters who cheat to win. But that doesn't always mean that they are successful in winning because of the cheating. Now, there are also things called pick zones. So pick zones happen naturally. You can't force them or anything for the most part. But like, let's say that there was 50 people in Crushbone right now. Every camp would be camped, right? There'd be like no mobs available. You walk in, it's like, well, what can I do? Nothing. Now on TLP, if there's 50 people in Crushbone, it will dynamically spawn a second open world instance of Crushbone. And anyone who comes into Crushbone can type /pickzone, and it brings up a window, and you select the other Crushbone, and then you zone into that one. So now instead of one Crushbone with 60 people in it, maybe there's 2 Crushbones with 30 people in it. And all that to say is, like, if there's a big farmer camping like the FBSS in Lower Guck, just pop over to a different version of Lower Guck and boom, take the camp. And if there's a box crew sitting on a camp that you want, you can always just take your group and DPS race them, right? Like, you just fucking beat them. Very viable. Was it Kong Fuzz? I don't know. So I tend to be very isolated from these kind of things when I play on servers, because I play with like I form a guild and I never play with anyone outside the guild for the most part. So like, I don't see like random shit, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Oakwind, from what I've heard, is far worse than recent servers have been. Multi-boxing, oh yeah, so I mean, like, there was a single guy who was doing a lot of cheating for Vishan's Peak key quest pieces on Agnar. Like, one dude who would like instantly warp to the spots, and then he got suspended, and things cooled down, or he got like banned, I think, and then later unbanned, but that's a different story. Goop what up, dude? Yeah, I heard that they have dynamic respawns, so what, they're just spawning much faster to accommodate the higher load? Right, exactly, Frank. Yeah, it's just one person. I mean, they have an outsized impact, but like, it's just one dude. The thing is, like, that's the kind of stuff that sticks out in your memory that you remember. Yeah, Faceless was the top guild on Agnar, and I don't think that we had anything crazy going on that server. I mean, I'm sure people in Faceless on Agnar, Faceless Empire, were using all kind of cheating shit, but it definitely wasn't like something that leadership was aware of, other than like show EQ to track targets. Oh yeah, he used to be just a big mage boxer who used to sit at a freebie and do nothing and brag about nonsense. He hasn't changed much. I should level off this kill. He just had he had Maze do the warping for him on Aridune, right? Yeah, the last time that Agnar was the last time that Faceless bat phoned VT, and it was before the nerf, so you could still pull everything to the zone line. But also, at that point, I don't think anyone was really contesting Faceless at all in open world. So we would go to VT, the guild would just sit there at the zone line, and our Shadow Knights would basically like pet pull everything to the zone line. FXIV didn't exist in Luckland on Cello. Wait, do you mean on Mischief, Frank? Yeah, they didn't exist on Luckland and Mischief, it was Gig. Don't tarnish that name, baby. Yo, Fourth Meal was one of my favorite guild names ever. Such a good, like, that's so awesome. I loved it. All right, folks, we're getting ready to wrap up here. I have gained a few levels. We traveled across the continent, risked our life a dozen times, survived Ghoul Route 2.0, and thanks to Big Pied here, we got 75 brand new subs plus a few more. So thank you all for another amazing stream. Let's go ahead and start a raid here. We'll raid J-Rocks 26. They get a little excited when you raid them. I recommend you turn your Twitch volume down slightly. Night Coop. Night Lumberjack, good to see you, by the way. All right, here we go, raiding.